Well, hello to everybody on the internet, and very welcome back to the things I do in EVE Online, guys. This should be episode number 7, and we're gonna start the Soldier of Fortune missions, or mission chain, if you will. We have 10 missions to go through, so hopefully we will get them out of the way today. And yeah, I really like to point out this is the only the only career mission that will make you lose a ship, so be aware of that. It's nice to kind of fly these missions with the ship that he is offering and your corvettes, if you will, in case you kind of lose the ship, because in one of the missions you will definitely lose a ship. I don't remember which one was it in the chain, but that's why we are doing this. Now, I didn't kind of take a look-see at our master wallet here. As you can see, all the taxes are going into the master wallet anyway. You cannot change that. Maybe you can change it, I'm not really sure, I'm not aware. But in my other corporation as well, it's everything is going into the master wallet when it comes to the taxes, you know. And we don't have LP points anyway, we are not earning them. When it comes to the standing, you know, and sorry, and I don't really need to transfer my ISK now, because you might have to repair a ship and this and that, you know how it goes. So you can, because you're a director or CEO and you're gonna make your other alts directors, now you can do this once you kinda get the members inside. And I think you have to go into, this is just a member list. As you can see, we have nobody else, but you can go here and you can kinda assign a role. As you can see, once you have the other characters here, you can just click the director and that will give them access to everything technically, as far as I'm concerned. Now, if you have other people, you're gonna have to learn how to do all of this stuff, you know, and I might end up doing that down the road, but not at the moment. So you can give titles as well, you can do all sorts of stuff, you know. So yep, and in the assets window, once you have offices, they will show up here, so you can kind of keep this window open when you click the corporation button. If you leave it as that, it will come back here and you can easily find your offices as well. They default in current region, but you can put all regions as well if you need to travel a bit further away, for example. It's a handy way to go about it, just so you're aware. Now, we made 3 million ISK, you know, just by completing that set of missions, which is very nice, and we got a bunch of goodies in the cargo hold, so that's all going very well. I'm gonna accept this mission, and let's see if we are going to lose our... Alright, we can actually do this the other way around. We can board the corvette, because you can start working with this agent, and our corvette is missing a gun, isn't it? Yep. We don't have a gun because we removed it. So we have a small armor repairer. We can technically give the corvette an armor repairer, but I don't think it's necessary. Can she handle 2 Gatling lasers? Yep, she can, no bother. I don't think that I want to give her anything else. Oh, she has, man. I don't need another one, sorry. That was silly Billy of me, you know, and there is no point of putting the stasis wave fire either. So I think we are good that's good enough for now. I mean, we can give her the civilian armor repairer, but I don't think it's necessary, guys. So I'll speed this up and I'll see you back at the station. It's the same day for me, so I have nothing else to report, you know, and I'll try to kind of get this out of the way so we can kind of do some other stuff. Well guys, we're back at the station. I returned the mission as you have seen, and I'll request a new one, and there we go. I have to go with this, and I'll probably lose the ship right now in this mission, and then I think it's gonna smooth sailing after that. So long. There we go. It's a crucifier, and this little ship And there we go guys, so that's the crucifier intro, if you will. Now this is a very nice ship and it's looking great, but technically the ship has bonuses to E-War stuff. I forgot what was it now. Yeah, weapon disruptor effectiveness and 10% bonus to weapon disruptor optimal range per level, per skill level, so that is kinda going to add up. 50% and this will be 35 and 37.5, if you will. So yep, this is used in fleets and you're supposed to kind of weapon disrupt the other guys or the opponents, if you will, and mess up with their turrets. So I'm gonna warp to the side and probably I'm gonna speed this up. Too bad, I don't know, I mean, maybe you can buy one and you can kind of goof around with it and see if you can fit it to kind of do some missions with it. Maybe level 1 missions if you really like the look, but again, if it's all about effectiveness, if you will, so you don't really want to kind of spend time in a way that it's not effective, if you will, or subpar, or I don't know how to say it at this point. Sorry, I lost the word for it. So yeah, you're gonna underperform technically, and I don't know if you want to roleplay, then there is nothing wrong with it, you know. But generally speaking, you're gonna grow a tendency to kind of make the most out of it, if you will, you know, for your time invested. And what I'm supposed to do, I have to pick up another acceleration gate now. Oh, I have to approach it, right? So it's a kind of, I have to trigger the bombs, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't read the description, but that's how it's gonna go. Yeah, I have to set off the charges, but I don't think that I'm gonna make it. I don't know what was happening here. That's why they're sending me here. It's like a kamikaze mission, if you will. And there we go. So there is your first skill report available. As you can see, the Blood Raider Covenant have done all the damage and so on and so forth. Now you can maybe try to kind of come and scoop this, but I'm not really sure if that's the wisest of ideas. So you can just dock and forget about it. Yep, this is the first ship lost officially. And yep, I don't know if you want a character that is completely kind of a complete pacifist. It's not it was an interaction, sorry. Kill rights, combat log, and show losses, and there we go, it is right there. So fair enough, what can you do? You have a kill loss, I mean the first one, probably out of many, but if you go pacifist, you would like to kind of skip the enforcer and the soldier of fortune missions, you know, and you can kind of maybe pay attention. Maybe we had to kind of destroy a bunch of stuff, and technically you can skip all of them. Probably gonna have to skip everything that I have done apart from the explorer, because even the industrialist was asking us to clear belts out of rats and stuff like that. So there we go, that's our first loss. Let's grab mission number 3 and fair enough, and disrupt him. We can do that, that's no bother. So what do we want to fly? We're gonna fly tank again, you know, it's no bother. I don't think that we're gonna lose any other ships now, so yeah, we can go with that. We can drop that because the civilian warp disruptor will go into a medium slot, and as you can see now we have only 1 minute of how do you call it, of cap, and we can start turning things off. That's 2 minutes. If we turn off all the weapons, activate. Was there an offline? Yep, offline. So yeah, if you don't use our weapon, we are technically stable. So this warp scrambler is fairly power hungry, if you will. So there we go. Let's get the mission done, guys. I'm going to speed it up again, and I'll meet you back at the station. It's very straightforward. You cannot fail it, and still we have the drones as well, just in case if things get high-wired. The drones can also help if we have to keep our guns off. Well, guys, back at the station. That was a very fast mission. Fair enough. Oh, she's popping up because of making mountains of molehills, guys. Sorry, I keep forgetting about that. So we have to kinda repair a ship, a remote repair, and they're going to give us the skill as well, which is quite nice. We're gonna inject that, and they're probably going to. Oh, but that's the reward. The civilian is not asking for a skill book, but we have to drop one of our guns and put it on as well, so we can get the mission done. Oh wait, we can. Fair enough, I undocked. It doesn't really matter, guys. I'm gonna speed this up. I wanted to kinda remove the civilian warp disruptor. There is no point of kinda keeping him in there. Nobody is going to try and flee, if you will. So fair enough. And we are back in the station, guys. We got that done. I can inject that skill as well before I forget it, because down the road when you want to train stuff, it's better to have the things injected rather than sitting in your hangars and buying them a second time. It can happen. And now we have to make a stand at the pirate base. So I think we're gonna lose another ship now. So I better hope into my... Yeah, don't come back. Fair enough. That's mission number 5. So we have an Imperial for that, guys. So let's go get that done. But the Soldier of Fortune mission chain, if you will, is designed to kind of show you what will happen if you decide to do PvP in EVE Online. It's giving a good overview. We fight some guys. We end up... Oh, we have to bar the Punisher that he is giving us. Sorry, guys. We warp disrupt somebody. We armor repair somebody. So yeah, you can have different... sorry, and I almost blew up my ship with my free air enforcer expert system, if you will. So yeah, he gave us a Punisher, so let's go lose him. So long again. And yeah, that's what you're gonna do. Sometimes you're gonna have to go and tackle the enemy forces, and you're gonna be the first on the line, and you might lose your ship and so on and so forth. But most of the corporation will have like a insurance program, if you will. Oh, I have to fit a weapon too. Sorry, guys, man. I'm talking and I'm trying to do, and I'm not reading. My apologies. I was talking about corporations, actually. The corporations will have like an insurance program, and they will provide ships, you know, for every ship that you lost on the official ROMs or fights or stuff like that. Especially in nullsec, lowsec, most of them will have programs. So probably they're for the taxes, if you will. If you're paying tax, you know, some of those assets that they have, you know, and the taxes combined are probably going towards those kind of programs. And probably they're producing quite a lot of stuff themselves. Now I want to strip this, but I cannot see the button. There we go. So bear that in mind as well, you know, because it's kind of important part, you know. You're not gonna go and join a new corporation and be expected to supply your own ships indefinitely, especially if you are doing stuff for the corporation or the alliance as well, you know.
Warp drive active.
As you can see, guys, this is quite painful, and sometimes it will happen too, you know. You're gonna be pinned down and a bunch of guys will come and blow you up. Now, I don't know if I can eject the ship, but that's not the point. The point of the mission is to kinda lose the ship. So yeah, it's kinda teaching you what can happen, especially if you're flying solo, you know. You can be outnumbered any day or at any gate, and even small group PvP as well, that can happen too, you know, like a blob will drop on you and get you sorted, if you will, you know. But I'm trying to kind of capture maybe a screenshot for my thumbnail, if you will, and they look quite nice so far, in my opinion. And there we go. I kind of end up messing up the footage at the end. I didn't know that it's gonna pop out because it's changing into the, sorry, how do you call it, into the pod. And so guys, back at the station, I hope you could see what happened in the mission and see how it's gonna go. So now I have to use an afterburner to travel quickly through an electromagnetic field, and I can probably use tank is flying at 1,000 meters a second. So I'm gonna accept this mission and drop off. The whole idea around that mission was the fact that you can get blobbed, if you will, for the lack of better terms. You're gonna jump a gate and there will be 5 of you or 1 of you, 50 of them, you know how it goes, and that is part of it. So yeah, bear that in mind. And I kinda didn't brought my crystals with me, so yep, you have to pay attention when you taking your weapon groups apart. If you are at the station, you know, the crystals will all go off, or you will drop all the crystals. Now, as you can see, this Gatling pulse laser will shoot without apparently crystals, but it will make no damage. It will have a fall off and optimal and tracking speed as well, but it's not gonna do any damage without the crystal. So lucky I still I have to just travel through the environment, and I don't know where else you're gonna find environment that is doing damage apart from PvE missions. I have not heard anybody having problems or reporting stuff like that. Usually the PvE missions will have them. But I suppose it's a part of the game and they want to let you know that that thing is happening too, you know, through the tutorial. So yep. And we are back at the station. Let's turn this one in. It's number 6. We're gonna request the number 7. Apparently we are doing a great work according to the agent. So they're going to give us a civilian Gatling laser to destroy a pirate, guys, in this one. So I'll board the Imperior. I mean, fair enough, we can kind of maybe do a short work out of how do you call it, that guy with our tormentor, but I suppose that's not the point. Was there anything else equipped on this thing? Yeah, another civilian Gatling laser might come handy, and I hope if I swap into the tormentor I won't forget to kind of put the crystals on. Yeah, they're right there. I should have done before I swap the ship. So yeah, let's warp to the site and see if we can kill the pirate for him. As you can see, the air career program is filling up, you know, a few more points and we're gonna get our very first reward. You know, we might get there, but probably by the time we finish the entrepreneur maybe or something of that sort, we might reach the first goal and get an extra 50,000 skill points for this guy. So yeah, I mean, these missions do have a point and you get a few goodies out of it, you know. It's not a bad way to go to start if, you know, in the first couple of days. You can watch tutorials while you're mining, you know, get ready, prepare for things and stuff like that. It's a good way to go about it, you know, generally speaking. Especially if you decide to keep that Kernit field, the mining is making even more sense, if you will, until you kinda, yeah, orient yourself in around if, you know, the interface, this, that, you know, the different modules and stuff like that. Well, I didn't talk a lot about the modules and stuff, guys. It's very straightforward, you know. For PvE, you generally want to have having a cap stable ship, it's nice, but that doesn't mean that it's a win button, you know. If you have speed, if you have range, you know, you might always stay out of range and try to mitigate the damage that way and so on and so forth, you know. There is a few ways to go about it, so. And these missions are not really a good example of how to go about and fitting a ship, to be honest. Because as you can see, we are throwing things onto the ship and we go and we can finish the missions. Well, you know, once you start making progress through the missions, you're gonna have to kind of pay attention, a bit more attention to your fitting, your fits and stuff like that. Usually for PvE, for the lower tier missions, as you have seen, the drones are doing miracles as well. They work quite well, but again, have in mind that the rats will shoot your missions. So let's, the rats will shoot your drones, and they can be quite nasty to them. So you kind of want your guns and everything else. 10 hostages. Fair enough. We have to. Oh, the Concord fleet. So we're gonna go and join our fleet technically. And there will be a fleet commander and they will let us know what we need to do once we arrive there. So that's the point of this mission. And yeah, usually the lasers and I find the lasers and the drones to be a carefree experience because I don't have to bother with ammunition, if you will. So they work perfectly fine. And if you want to just jump into missions straight away, the Dragoon will be a nice ship to start if you are flying Amarr. You know, there goes the Dragoon. As you can see, they have even this little ship has a bonus to drones, hit points and damage, 10% per level. So I think we can train that up to level 4. So we don't have the skill technically, and we don't have the prerequest because we have to drop in the Amarr frigate somewhere. We'll drop it right there for now. And did it pop up? Yeah, Amarr destroyer up to level 4. And there we go. This guy is going to tell us to go and save the hostages. Okay. We're gonna press OK. Now the other bonuses are not really very interesting, but I have to jump through the gate. Yep. Let's go and jump through the gate. The other bonuses are not very interesting, and the drones are a bit faster, but you can fly this ship with missiles as well, you know. He has 3 launcher hardpoints, not only turrets. You can pick turrets or launchers, if you will, you know. So you can kind of invest quite a lot of in your tank, if you will. And you have 4 low power slots, so you know you can think you can use your rappers probably indefinitely. If you go with the missiles will not use any capacitor, if I'm not mistaken, you know, while the turrets will. So you're gonna have to make your decision. But it's a nice ship to go with in Amarr space, especially. It's a good way to go about it. You can use the the Mjolnir light missiles or rockets or whatever you want to kind of do, and it's a good way to go about it. It's a nice ship for missions, especially level 1 missions. I suppose we're gonna revisit the Dragoon once I start doing the level 1 missions, because I plan to do some missions. So we have to sit tight and wait for the go order, guys, now. And then again, it's the whole point, you know, of the fleets in especially low sec, no sec. There is a lot of waiting, you know what I mean. Things needs to align. There is a lot of spying as well, so everybody are trying to spy on everybody else. So I'm assuming every corporation will have trust issues to a certain extent, and I have to go and save the hostages. Fair enough. As you can see, that's how it goes technically. You go, you wait, you move here, you move there, you wait again. So if you don't really have a lot of time, you might be missing those opportunities, you know, to be part of the fleets and the fights, you know, on a regular basis, if you will. So bear that in mind, because by the time everything set in place, if you have to log off, you have to log off, you know. You cannot be part of the fleet. There is no point to it, if you will. And it does require a bit of a commitment as well on your part. Alright, we have the hostages. Let's dock. Oh, it's not gonna let me. It's gonna let me dock. It took a second to kinda give me the dock button. So there we go. That's mission number 8. Sorry guys, not 7. I keep kinda messing up the missions. I read the number before I accept the mission. I read the number from the mission that I'm returning. So 2 more and we are done with the Enforcer. It's a nice introduction again. You're gonna get some idea what is happening if you are doing PvP. And we're gonna return mission number 8, request mission number 9, guys. Now they're going to give us a stasis wave fire, so we can corner the pirate and make him talk, apparently. That's how it goes in if. You can corner pirates in space, but hey, what can I say? Apparently this stasis wave fire is gonna... Oh, I didn't accept the mission and I just asked for it. As usual. There we go. So let's go and corner the pirate guys in space. I mean, that's amazing. But I suppose there is no other way to kinda put it down. And let me know in the comments if you can think of another word for corner the pirate, or another way to put it, if you will. There we go, guys. We managed to corner the pirate and interrogate him in the same time, so we can dock now. But there was times when you were able to to pay ransom to save your ship from the pirates, if you will. I mean, not these NPC pirates, but the real pirates. Like, oh, the Concord came. Fair enough. And blew him away anyway. So yeah, my point was like, yeah, once upon a time, you know, the pirates, if you will, and even online, the players who were playing pirates, used to kind of demand random to let you go, and so you can save your ship, and that was a thing. And there was some pirates who were kind of staying true to their word, and they would not blow up your ship after you pay the ransom. But I think it's kind of got very bad at some point, and most of the pirates will just take the money and blow your ship into smithereens, so people stop paying the ransom. So I don't know if still it's a thing, so maybe we can visit the if forum some days and take a look. So as you can see, we have we're gonna get the Amarr Destroyer skill book, and we're gonna get a Coercer, the Amarr Destroyer as well, one of the two, if you will. And yep, that's the Coercer, guys. And as you can see, track 10% bonus to small energy turret tracking speed, activation cost per level, and optimal range bonus. 50% is a roll bonus, but it's kind of designed to destroy frigates, if you will. You know, it's a nice ship. What was the layout? I forgot here on fly one for ages. So yeah, 2 mid slots, 3 low slots, and 8 high slots, and they're all turrets. So this is a turret ship 100% of the time, while the Dragoon has some other options, if you will. Now we're gonna accept this, so we're gonna inject the skill book, and we have to kill the terrorist leader, so we can grab our trusty tanky here and go play with the terrorist, and it was in the party, definitely. So yeah, no traveling for these missions, as you can see. They're all in this system, so yep, we went through them quite fast, you know, it's no bother. Here comes the terrorist leader, and the mercenaries are nasty too, guys. Oh, I didn't put my thingies on. There we go. I kind of forgot about it. So let's go pick up my lasers.
Active.
Well, guys, that was the grand finale of the Soldier of Fortune missions. As you can see, we dealt with the terrorists, and yeah, I mean, there is a lot of people who can pull off some interesting stuff when it comes to PvP, guys, and they can kind of destroy a few opponents by themselves and so on and so forth. But yeah, you have to learn how to do all of those things from somebody else. I'm not gonna be the person to go to for PvP advice. But yeah, you have probably other guys online if you really want to do PvP. They will show you tips and tricks and tips and everything that you need to know. So yes, thank you for staying until the end, guys. Again, please like, comment and subscribe, and I would like to kind of just oh yeah, this is keep popping up because of my active mission from the producer. In the next video, we're gonna work with the entrepreneur. Yeah, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. So we're gonna work with him, and he'll be very straightforward. We should get that out of the way in no time as well. Now when it comes to standing, as you can see, faction wise we are at 0.5 with Amarr Mandate and Amateur Mandate, and 0.44 with Amarr Empire. So yeah, things are kind of moving in the right direction. We're gonna finish one more part and we're not gonna reach 0.1, but I wouldn't worry about it now. And what else would I like to point out? Oh yeah, we have sorry, when it comes to the interactions, we already have 2.75 with Imperial Academy, and the next one might actually, the next mission set might push us over 3. So that in fact should open level 3 agents with the Imperial Academy, but I have never actually tried to do missions for them actively. So if I go missions and agents, security for example, if they have any, let's see. Sorry, we can put any. It doesn't really matter. Ignore standings, and we can pick a faction here. Amarr Empire, and where is it now? Yep, there we go. Imperial Academy, guys. And they don't have any others, technically security agents, but they might have distribution. Let's just check if that will be the case. Amarr Empire, and we are looking for Imperial Academy. Yep, they have quite a few, how do you call it, distribution agents. And if you ignore the standing, yeah, they have even level 4 distribution agents if you're looking for something. But they have an agent in Sarum Prime, 5 jumps from here, just in case if we want to go down that route for the, how do you call it, for the earn 50 loyalty points. How about level 1 only? Oh, they're quite a few jumps away. I was hoping maybe there is a couple of them in the same station. So if you have 2 of them in the same station, you can use them as one level 2 agent, if you will, and you can probably get that done that way as well. But we're gonna have to work something out and bring that standing up. We might have to fly and do one of these guys' missions in the other systems. You know, there is 3 sets of them, so we might I might have to go off screen and repeat one of this guy's missions, probably the Explorer, if you will, and that will probably push me over 1, and that will open more level 2 agents across the board in Amarr. But again, thanks for staying until the end. Please like, comment and subscribe, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye, fly safe.